Hello, my beautiful people. I just wanted to take some time to share something with you guys on today. This month, our church has been focusing on being inspiring in our words and being inspirational in our words, being careful of the things that we say and making sure that we try to speak life instead of speaking, death to individuals and each other. And so we've been focusing a lot on just how we speak and just the things that we actually say. And as I was preparing for worship on this morning, the Lord took me to Isaiah 55 in verses, I believe it's 10 and 11, where he speaks about his word not returning back to him void, and that is going to do whatever he set it out to do. So whatever he says that he's going to do, it's going to happen. If God made a promise to you, those promises are going to happen. If he said something that he is going to do for you, if he told you that he's going to bring you out, if he said that he was going to heal you, if he said that he was going to mend your brokenness and your brokenness in your heart and your spirit, whatever God said that he's going to do, it's not going to come back to him void. He's going to do exactly what he said he would do. And so I was excited about that. I was like, yes, God, thank you for being a man of your word. Thank you for keeping your word. Thank you for always being faithful, God. I was excited about the fact that God said that whatever he said he was going to do, that he was going to do it. Whatever he said, it was going to happen. It was not going to come back to him void. It wasn't going to come back to him unfinished, but it was actually going to accomplish whatever he set his word out to do. I was elated by that. I was so excited. Just wanted to start, praising and dancing as I was worshiping in the bathroom. And so, but then the Lord quickly brought me down just a little bit, because he said, there's a little bit more. And so he reminded me of how there was a time that contracts were made by a handshake and a word. If someone was going to do something, their word was their bond. Whatever they said they was going to do, they did it. It was a handshake and a word. And I was like, okay, God, yeah, that's true. Then he said to me, how is it that everybody expects me to keep my promise, but nobody keeps their promises to me? Immediately, I was convicted in my spirit, because God says there's so many people out there with the breach of contracts. So many times we've said, God, if you get me out of this one, I won't do it again. Lord, if you deliver me from this, I won't do it again. Lord, if you fix this, I won't let that happen again. God, if you just turn things around, Lord, I won't ever go back. We give God all these things that we would do, all these promises that we would do, and yet and still we don't meet up to them. There's a breach in the contracts. And immediately I began to apologize and repent, because I have been guilty of saying, Lord, I won't do that again. And there's been a breach in my contract. I have been guilty of saying, God, if you just bring me out of this one, Lord, if you just show me a way out of this one, God, just give me an exit sign. I'm quick to say, give me a chicken exit. And if you just get me out of this one, I won't ever go back. And then again, find myself in the same position. And I'm sure that I am not the only one that has ever had a breach in contract with the Lord. You can sit here and you can probably try to lie to yourself and say, oh no, everything that I told God I was going to do, I've done it. Everything that I promised the Lord I was going to do, I've done it. You're a lie and the truth ain't in you. Sorry for calling you that. No, I'm not. You're a lie and the truth ain't in you. All of us have been guilty of not keeping our promises. So I want to challenge you today, as the Lord challenged me, that if we want to keep him and hold his feet to the fire on his promises, then he has every right to hold our feet to the fire on the promises that we've made to him. And typically when someone has a breach of contract, the other person that has set that contract with them has every right to take them to court and sue them for all rights and privileges, whatever they may have in regards to the contract. So if you have had a breach in contract with the Lord, he has all rights to sue you for whatever the rights that he wants to pull out, for whatever he wants to get from you. He has every right to do so because you have failed to keep your word. So I just want to challenge you on today. Let your yeses be yes and your noes be noes. Don't make a promise to God that you know that you are not in a position to keep. Even if you're trying to get out, say, Lord, I'm not sure if I can get out of this one, but Lord, if you just help me to get out of this one and help me to stay away from this. Help me to not return, because we know what our weaknesses are and he knows as well. But you got to be honest with yourself. Don't make promises to God that you know you cannot keep. Your word is your bond. I tell people all the time, all I have is my word. I don't have much of anything else. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have fancy cars, but I have my word. And my word is my bond. And whatever I say I'm going to do, that's what I try to do. But I never make any promises because I never know if I can keep that promise. But if I make a promise, that promise is one that I surely will keep because that's what I said. But that's just with men. With God, because we test and we try his patience with us. And sooner or later, his patience are going to grow thin. And he ain't going to have no more long suffering with us. And he going to tap us on our little tails to get us back in line. So I want to challenge you on today. Don't make any more promises to the Lord if you know good and well you can't keep it. Make the last promise that you didn't keep the last breach of contract that you have made with the Lord. Be blessed, my brother. Be blessed, my sister. Keep on pressing no matter how hard things may get. You guys have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon.